You ever had one of those light bulb moments, a brilliant idea that just hits you and you think, hey, this could actually be a business? Of course you have. We all have. But what's the difference between a cool idea that just fades away and a real, game-changing business opportunity? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. We're going to break down the anatomy of what makes an opportunity an opportunity. And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because look, a good idea is just the spark. A real opportunity, though, that's the sustainable fire you can build something with. And honestly, knowing the difference is probably the most critical first step for any founder out there. So let's get a really clear definition on the table. A business opportunity isn't just one single thing. It's what the experts call a convergence. Think of it like a perfect storm where the market trends, what customers are practically begging for, and the timing all just click. It really is about being in the right place at the right time with the exact right solution.
Okay, so let's get started on this journey. The first thing you've got to understand is that building a business isn't about some lucky break or a stroke of genius. It's a process. It's about having the right tools and the right framework to navigate everything that's coming your way.
And the first tool you're going to need for this journey is what we're calling the 4-point compass. This is what you'll use to navigate the whole business landscape and find a true north for your idea. It's how you separate a real opportunity from just, a mirage in the desert.
And look, using this compass, it's not optional. It's the critical reality check that you absolutely have to perform before you pour your time, your money, and, let's be honest, your soul into an idea. Think of it as your first line of defense against wishful thinking.
So here it is, the compass itself, broken down into 4 critical questions. First up, market need. Does your idea solve a real problem? Ask yourself, is this a vitamin, something that's just kind of nice to have? Or is it a painkiller, something people are desperate for? Next, viability. Can you actually build this thing? And importantly, can you scale it in a way that makes money? Third, profit potential. Is the potential reward actually worth all the risk and the sleepless nights? And finally, competitive advantage. In a crowded world, why on earth will customers choose you? A true opportunity needs a big, loud yes for all 4 of these.
All right, next up, spotting hidden treasure. Now that you've got your compass, you need to know where to point it. So let's pull out the map and explore the terrain where these amazing opportunities are often hiding.
And this, right here, is your treasure map. Opportunities are often hiding in plain sight. They're in our everyday frustrations, they're riding the huge wave of tech shifts like AI, or they pop up from big demographic changes. But one of the most fertile hunting grounds for disruption, it's that last one on the list. Market inefficiencies.
Let's really zero in on that for a second. Look for those markets where customers are just being totally taken for granted. You know the ones. The service is terrible, the prices are way too high, and a couple of big lazy companies control everything. That collective frustration you feel, that's not a problem. That's an invitation. It's a massive opportunity for a disruptor to sweep in with a smarter, faster, and way more customer-friendly solution. A market's weakness is a founder's greatest strength. Okay, so you've used your compass, you've spotted the treasure, what now? Well, now you need a roadmap. This is your 5-step guide that'll take you all the way from a concept to an actual company.
And here is that roadmap. Step 1 is market research. This is where you stop guessing and you start knowing if people will actually pay for what you're building. Step 2 is the business plan. That's your blueprint for turning the vision into a real functioning business. Step 3, funding. That's the fuel for your journey. Step 4, the team. This is who builds the engine. Because let's be real, you can't build an empire alone. And finally, step 5 is where the rubber meets the road. Execute and adapt.
I really want to focus on that last part, adaptability. Your business plan is a guide, it's not gospel. You know that famous saying, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth? Well, the market will deliver that punch. The real magic, the thing that separates the businesses that thrive from those that just fizzle out, is the ability to listen, to learn, and to pivot based on what the real world is telling you.
So, as we bring this all together, the journey begins. The core idea here, the big takeaway, is that a great business opportunity isn't really something you find, it's something you create.
And I want to leave you with this really powerful thought from our source material. It's so easy to spend our lives waiting for the stars to perfectly align. But in the world of business, the most successful people don't wait for the perfect moment. They grab the moment they're in and they make it perfect through action.
So, as we finish up, I'm going to turn the question back to you. You've got your compass, you've got your roadmap. The journey just starts with one simple question. Look at the world around you, at all the little frustrations and the big inefficiencies. What problem will you solve first?